It's good to have you join us on the conversation showing on your digital first Pan-African news network. We're reaching you live from Nigeria's federal capital city, Abuja. My name is Merciful Ajinamo. We have a couple of stories, of course, developments across Africa, and we begin with Burkina Faso, where over 1,000 people gathered in Burkina Faso's capital, Ouagadougou, on Tuesday to celebrate Monday's military coup that ousted President Roch Kabore, dissolved the government and suspended the constitution. The African Cup of Nations quarter-final that was to be held at the Olembe Stadium on Sunday will be moved to Amadou Ohijo Stadium as a result of the deadly crush outside the ground on Monday. And now a Ugandan award-winning author and prominent government critic was on Tuesday immediately arrested again after a court freed him on bail, his lawyer said. And now we'll bring you a COVID-19 update from across Africa, and after that, the big story. You can be a part of our social media community, of course, on TOS Television Network. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at TOS TV Network. And of course, our website, www.tostvnetwork.com, to make sure they are updated on happenings in Nigeria and, of course, across Africa. And our YouTube is actually on the screen, so you can like and follow and subscribe so you don't miss out on amazing content we have planned for you every day. Of course, it's a big story, and our focus this time is on the economic impact of foreign exchange scarcity. And we'll be discussing with Felix Adetowubo.
Just recently, I think sometimes last week or two, we had the good news that the oil at the international market is now being sold for $87. And I think that should be a very good thing for us. But the problem now is that the growth that we expect is not going to be as we think it should. Because in this government, I think this is the first time they will be having something like this, $87, as that has been their complaint that during the PDP era, they sold for $100 and they couldn't do anything with it. Now they have like $87. We don't really expect them to complain, but with the reality on ground, and when we say reality on ground, we are talking about FX on its own, and foreign exchange has a lot to do. And looking at the whole thing, we'll see that the demand and supply is the major factor here. If we look at the way we've been relating with those that have been buying from us, we see that there are a lot of struggles. Now, America, we are struggling with America in selling our fuel. We are also having issues with India. India happens to be the first, number one country that buys from us, but now we are finding it difficult to even sell to them. Now, Spain is the second highest, that do buy from us. But with the effect of COVID-19, Spain has been having issues. Now, who is buying from us? How are we selling? How do we get this thing back? Now, where we are getting our own issue now is that for us to be able to get our dollars, we get dollars from crude. Don't forget, our crude oil gives us over 90% of our foreign exchange. Now we're having issues with even selling in the first place. So this is having issues. And another thing we need to also think about is the issue of electioneering, this electioneering period. And investors are always scared because they can't really predict what's going to happen during the election. So like what happened in 2019, that a lot of losses happened to investors, this is really making them to pull out. And with this, we are not really sure if this $87 is really going to be a good advantage to us. And I think that's where we are presently. To really boost our economy, the only thing we need is to make sure that we produce what we consume and also to consume what we produce. This is very, very important. Over the years, we have a way of buying what we don't really need, and economically there is difference between your need and your want. And if the government is not careful with this opportunity they have now, if they are not careful with their economic policy, it's not really going to help us, at the end of the day, because nobody can really, have a projection of what will happen. We don't know if APC government will leave power, and if they are leaving, they will leave with their policies. So if another government is coming, they will come with a new policy, and it could drag us backwards. So that's why whatever they are doing now should be something that is sustainable. So the way we've been running our economy is not sustainable enough. So they need to come up with a better plan that will set us on a good light. Yeah, well, it's not really the winner. We're talking of now. Those in charge now needs to have a plan. There was a time during Obasanjo's period, we were talking about 2020 Vision 2020. Now, Jonathan period, I think Vision 2030 and the rest. But now, we don't even know what this government, we don't know their own vision. So personally, I don't know, you may know, but me, I don't know. But what I feel is that whatever the government is doing should be to the advantage of the people, no matter who wins or who loses an election. The person, if I am in charge, I should be able to, have a plan for the people, even if that will take over from me. They may not really be from my party, but they should have something that they will work on whenever they come to power, either my own people or people from the other side. So as long as we are working for the generality of the people. So we shouldn't think of, party A, what will help my party or what will not help the other party. So if the other party, look at the issue of TSA. Jonathan, prepared it. He prepared the ground for them. Look at the issue of railway and the rest. Jonathan prepared it for this government. And now they are riding on it. So that's how it should be. And they too, they sustained it. They try as much as possible to sustain it. And another thing that could also help our forex, I think, is the issue of borrowing. Probably that's the reason why the government has been borrowing, because we need more dollars to be injected. Because by the time the dollar strengthens against any currency, let's use Naira now as a case study. If it strengthens against, our Naira, definitely there will be a kind of inflation. And that's what we are seeing. And demand and supply will also come to play. It will be affected. But when ours strengthens, when the Naira strengthens against the dollar, definitely it will put us in a better light. And that's why the CBN, the federal government, has to try as much as possible to see what they can do. Probably because the rate at which this government is borrowing money is alarming. But if you look at it in another way, maybe they are trying to use it to control the dollar, because we need more dollars to be injected. Now, if you remember, there was a time that those in the aviation sector said the reason why the airfare is costly is because there was no dollar. Someone who is buying something abroad wants to get dollar to purchase, and now there is scarcity of that dollar. So how will that person purchase? So by the time the person make his own purchase, definitely those things will be high. Are you getting it now? So these are some of the things that, is really affecting us. So there is need for more foreign exchange to be injected, into our economy. And even those schooling abroad, it's also affecting, because so we need more. Probably that's the reason why they borrow, because we get more FX, more foreign exchange through crude oil. And the crude oil now we are struggling to sell, even though it's very high now in the market, 87 naira, but it may not still really be of benefit to us.
Thank you for staying tuned to the conversation. Don't forget, we come your way every day, Mondays to Fridays. Of course, it's 11 a.m. and you can be a part of our social media community so you do not miss out on anything. That is at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us. My name is Merciful Ajinamo. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.